What happens when America's sweetheart meets daytime television's most controversial host? You won't believe what unfolds when Sandra Bullock sits down with Joy Behar for what was supposed to be a promotional appearance that turned into an absolute disaster. This is the story of how one of Hollywood's most beloved actresses was practically forced off the View stage after a heated confrontation that left the studio audience gasping and social media exploding. Before we get into this incredible story, make sure you hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below, because you're not going to believe what unfolds when these two powerhouses clash in the most uncomfortable television moment of the year. The tension was palpable from the moment Sandra Bullock walked onto the View set last night. What started as a standard promotional segment for her latest film quickly descended into chaos when Joy Behar decided to ambush the unsuspecting actress with a series of increasingly aggressive questions that had nothing to do with her career. As Sandra settled into her chair, flashing her trademark warm smile to the audience, Joy wasted no time cutting straight to the chase. "So Sandra, let's talk about your silence," Behar began, her tone already dripping with accusation. "You've been noticeably quiet about some pretty important political issues lately. Some might say you're playing it safe to protect your image." The smile immediately faded from Sandra's face as she shifted uncomfortably in her seat. "I'm sorry, Joy, but I thought we were here to discuss my new film. That's what my publicist arranged with your producers." But Joy wasn't backing down. In fact, she was just getting started. Leaning forward with that infamous smirk, she pressed harder. "Come on, Sandra. Your fans deserve to know where you stand. We're living in critical times, and celebrities like you have a platform. Some would say staying silent is complicity." The atmosphere in the studio grew thick with tension as Sandra's jaw visibly tightened. "I find it interesting that you're questioning my character when you don't know anything about my private charitable work or personal convictions. I prefer to let my actions speak rather than performative social media posts." That's when Joy made her fatal mistake. With a dismissive laugh, she waved her hand and delivered the blow that would ignite this confrontation. "Oh, please, Sandra. We all know that's just PR speak for 'I don't want to alienate any demographics that might buy movie tickets.' It's the same calculated response we get from all you Hollywood elites who care more about box office numbers than actual justice." The studio fell dead silent. Even the other co-hosts looked visibly uncomfortable as they witnessed Joy's unprovoked attack on their guest. Sandra's face flushed red, and for a moment, she appeared to be collecting herself before responding. "Excuse me?" Sandra's voice was steady but ice cold. "Did you just call me fake and accuse me of caring more about money than justice? You don't know me, Joy. You don't know what I've done privately, what causes I support, or how I've helped people when the cameras weren't rolling." Joy, seemingly oblivious to how badly she was coming across, doubled down with even more venom. "Look, I'm just saying what everyone's thinking. You've built this wholesome America's sweetheart image, but when push comes to shove, you're just another Hollywood hypocrite who won't take a real stand on anything controversial." The other co-hosts began shifting nervously in their seats, clearly wanting to intervene but unsure how to defuse the rapidly escalating situation. The studio audience was completely silent, watching this train wreck unfold in real time. Sandra's composure was hanging by a thread as she leaned forward, her voice rising. "You want to talk about hypocrisy? You're sitting here attacking me personally while claiming to champion causes you supposedly care about. This is exactly what's wrong with discourse today. You'd rather tear people down than have an actual conversation." "Oh, so now I'm the problem?" Joy shot back, her voice getting shriller. "I'm just holding you accountable for your privilege and platform. Sorry if that makes you uncomfortable, but that's what real journalism looks like." That was the breaking point. Sandra stood up abruptly, her chair scraping loudly against the floor. "Real journalism? Is that what you call this ambush? I came here in good faith to talk about my work, and you've spent the entire time making assumptions about my character and attacking my integrity." Joy wasn't finished. As Sandra began removing her microphone, the host delivered her most cutting blow yet. "The truth hurts, doesn't it? You can storm off if you want, but running away just proves my point about you Hollywood types who can't handle real questions." The studio audience gasped audibly as Sandra turned back to face Joy, her eyes blazing with anger. "Running away? You want to know what running away looks like? It's hiding behind a talk show desk and attacking guests instead of having meaningful conversations. You're not a journalist, Joy. You're a bully with a microphone. The tension reached a fever pitch as the two women stared each other down. The other co-hosts looked mortified. The studio audience was completely silent, and the cameras captured every second of this explosive confrontation. "How dare you?" Joy snarled, standing up herself now. "I've been doing this for decades, and I don't need some pampered movie star telling me how to do my job." Sandra's voice was shaking with fury as she delivered her final words, "And I don't need some bitter talk show host projecting her issues onto me. I've spent my entire career treating people with respect and dignity, something you clearly know nothing about." With that devastating parting shot, Sandra Bullock ripped off her microphone, dropped it on the chair, and walked straight off the set without looking back. The studio erupted in shocked murmurs as Joy sat there, clearly stunned by how badly her ambush had backfired. The other co-hosts scrambled to regain control of the show as cameras captured Joy's face, a mixture of anger and embarrassment, as she realized she had just created television history for all the wrong reasons. The dramatic exit left everyone speechless, and as Sandra disappeared through the studio doors, it became clear that this wasn't just another awkward television moment. This was a complete disaster that would be replayed and analyzed for years to come. Joy Behar had finally pushed the wrong person too far, and America's sweetheart had shown she wasn't going to take it lying down.